Aurora, right? Just kind of blocking a lot of this early damage and potentially winning a lot of fights on top of that heal that you did bring up earlier, Winter. We'll see how things get going now as we get underway with game number 1 between Aurora and Manta Esports for the road to the international SCA qualifiers. Winter in the upper bracket here would be a big victory, really, for Manta if they could kind of upset and take down the probably one of the favorites. I think for most people, the favorite team to qualify up from C.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a quick D ward for them just to prove their point. So they'll come
They
out better
should
here from the
know
early trades.
There's a ward there. I wonder if Aurora is gonna de-ward their own ward here. Okay, never mind. They're gonna leave it for now. I guess wanting to use the vision there to secure the runes. Like you see a lot of like teams, having very interesting level 1 rune ops placements to just secure the runes.
Yeah, speaking of obs placement, you have both teams ending up with an observer ward watching the bottom Radiance bounty rune area. So that might come into play for the rotations eventually. For the minute 0 bounty runes, of course, no one will be making any aggressive moves after the D ward. We'll go even at 2 apiece to kick things off. Now, Winter, we always like to focus on our fun lane. Is there a fun lane here? Isn't the Dark Seer lane always the fun lane?
The Gyro Phoenix lane can be fun. I think we might see some kills happening as well on this lane. He actually didn't go for Dying Light on the Phoenix, only went for the hotspot. So I guess he just wants to prioritize saving into the arena. And usually I see people go Dying Light for the better laning phase. It's stronger in the lane. You dive in, you deal the mini radiance damage, You get close up to them with the fire spirits. I think both the silence are...
I still like the hotspot as well. I think it's the better choice, especially when you have this kind of a lane, is particularly into the Willow. I don't know. I think if you really wanted to, I mean, I guess the Witch Doctor is going to be banned constantly, but who knows? We'll see how things go here. Wondering how Kui is going to be able to lane this now into the Ember Spirit. Again, we were kind of talking about this matchup, how he does into his brother. You do have this innate Flame Guard now. Of course, it is a bit weaker without putting more points into it. Lornoff doesn't have to get so close with these remnants with the static slide facet either.
Yeah, that is actually so nice for Storm Spirit nowadays in the lane when you're playing into a melee hero matchup. You just get to bully them a lot more. I think it should be still fine, for the Ember to get his levels and just make sure that I say he's fine. He's getting really low. He has to use all his bottle. I mean, he has to use his bottle and he got interrupted by the right click there. So that is no bueno. No good.
Let's see if Lornoff can really bully him away from these minute 2 runes. And it looks pretty easy, especially with that Observer Ward online here for Lornoff. But I don't think he's going to be able to completely stop him. So, all right, it's okay for now. Kui will survive. He's not going to go down this easily, but he is going to be bullied away from that first creep wave, from this next creep wave, I should say, where they had to be going relatively even so far. Lornoff now with a bit of a bubbling lead. Let's check in on this potentially fun lane, Winter. What's potentially fun about a Phoenix Gyrocopter?
I guess it's more fun for the Mars and Dark River. You can spear the target into a couple of brambles if you do it right. The gyro, probably. But at the same time, the gyro can do this too. Rocket Barrage, he has the afterburner, so he's really fast whenever he does damage on heroes. I think level 3 should be the power spike for the Mars and the Dark River. Below is still level 2. I think once you get the second point in the Bramble, that's when you can maybe try to make a play.
Yeah, and Eris making, small plays that end up mattering. He's blocked the hard camp. It looks like the small camp as well was blocked for a while.
Tossed.
Oh, yeah, there they go. There's that level 2 spike we were talking about, and I was about to try and jump over to this lane, but First Blood is a good opportunity to see Grimm's fall to Jabs, who's already starting to cut waves, Winter.
Yep, Darkseer things, drag the wave into the camps, and you have a lot of braces right now because how the hero works. Everybody just buys like 2 to 3 braces. I guess 2 is probably the one that he's gonna go for, and then you can just get your mana item and proceed to your core items, which is going to be, which I assume, you know, the pipe and Mac built this game.
Look at Q. He's going to get a toss. Founds the Sven. Probably much easier kill onto the Maiden, but they're going to try all the same. As even the Blood Grenade gets tossed to keep Aurora at bay. Just see how fast that entire creep wave melted there. Grims does not want to become victim of another toss back here. Things are looking dicey down there.
I mean, they're out of mana, Richie, so he's going to be okay for now. Until the Mangoes and Clarities arrive.
I mean, you say that. Yeah, that's true. 125 mana for the toss here for Q. You can see them just starting to walk down the waves.
CM can't do much in this type of setup. And the enemy script skipping. You don't really have the luxury to run up and just force them, you know, to trade against you, because you can just die when they have mana. And you're kind of just having to sit next to your carry because you need the Sven to protect you with the stun, so you can't really make an aggressive play. I think this is a lane where he should look to probably leave whenever he feels like the Sven is going to be able to jungle, and probably try to look to pressure the gyro on top. I think that's what he's going to do now. He's going to go through the gate, nighttime. Mars is level 4. He needs the Dark Willow back in the lane. They're going to make a play here soon.
Willow's still level 2, by the way. They still have a spear to play with, level 2 spear. They're going to maybe look to turn now.
Oh, he missed the
brambles, though. That's not how you want things to go. 23 trying to fight through this one with the afterburner. Oh my goodness, he's going to get at least a kill here. Fire Spirit and Blood Grenade thrown here, connecting onto the Willow, but she's going to be able to still walk away from this engagement. But that is not really how you wanted things to play out.
Yeah, that is really, really bad, you know, bringing in so many heroes. And you miss your spell. CM TP's back bottom.
He's gonna TP back bottom. They do have an Ion Shell applied here. Double Ion Shell. Grims, or Gohan, sorry, needs to get out of here. Will do so just fine, as they'll defend at least from the first wagon wave. But this is a troubling start right now for Manta.
6-minute rune. If Aurora gets the rune, this is gonna add into more problems, you know, for Manta right now. Oh no. Sure, for Lorna.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he's got so much time and space. I mean, they just know Grims is not going to be able to contest either. There's another toss back onto the Sven. The vacuum back. They've caught him now, just trying to get away with the war cry, but the Iron Shell tickling him down. Grims at least able to delay. Maybe. Okay, the Sven's still going to end up dropping here.
Oh, no. They don't even get the kill on Tiny.
No, they tried. Q is safe and sound, gets out of the Nova range. Jab's going to cut yet another wave. And like we were talking about, because the Maiden had no TP, couldn't really rotate mid, Lornoff easily gets his hands on that first power rune. It's a shield rune. He's got these first 5 galvanized charges as well. Winter, this is a snowball that's already rolling for the side of Aurora.
Yep, if Manta doesn't do anything to stop it, it's going to be looking really bad in the next couple of minutes. Your Sven is going to have very little room to play on the map. It's going to be up to the Ember, CM, and Dark Willow, the trio, you know. But Dark Willow, he's only level 3.5 right now after picking up that Wisdom Rune. It's behind for sure.
2 before.
Lorna finds a stack. Okay, this is bad. Really, really bad. There goes your recover mechanism for the Ember.
He's up to level 6. Seems to be wanting to go into the Mage Slayer, which is a pretty common build here for the Ember Spirit. No longer as strong as it used to be. There's a big reason why this item fell off. And that's because they really nerfed the
If you don't buy Shroud, you get Mage Slayer. That's what people do nowadays.
A strong item in theory on the Ember Spirit, but it's just not that strong of an item in general, I think, right now. I mean, I could be wrong. Who knows? Maybe it'll be the item of the tournament.
It's still pretty decent against their heroes.
Here.
Phoenix, Tiny, Stormwall do a bunch of magic damage. So placing the debuff on them are going to be very, very useful in the team fight.
That's a good point.
And 8-minute rune. We see Grims and Ares here. Ares is going to pick up the Arcane Rune.
Might cost him his own life. He's going to jump on over with the Flame Remnant. They've got Grims here as well, doing lots of damage to Lornoff, who's still going to leap up to the high ground here. Ollie TPing out, however. Lornoff, he's going to be just fine. Had a big old wand here ready to use. Oh, they catch him again with the Searing Chains. The bite not in range here. We all know Crystal Maiden, you know, these wolves don't move like they used to. Oh, and they tried down bottom here, even dropping that wall of replica. Just failing to get the kill onto Gohan's here, as you can see his own illusion trying to chase him down.
I mean, he's still getting pushed out of the lane, you know. This is still good for Aurora. They're going to try to open up the bottom area, kill the tower, And once they push down this tower, it's going to be very easy to invade Sven's jungling patterns right now, wherever he's jungling right now here.
Look at Q.
Q.
Look at Q.
Oh
He's
my
trying
God.
to find him.
That was so close.
Just a couple seconds too
He
late.
read him. He knew he was going to clear that camp before he returned to base. That's exactly what most people would do.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Read him
under
like a
attack.
book. Just a little bit slow, you know, a little bit late on the timing there.
Is under attack.
Still going to see him.
Yeah, he's going to be able to cause a bit of harass. Q. Oh, there's a TP coming here as the Ember Spirit looking to get involved. Unlucky there. The stun from the Centaur Conqueror. And you're going to lose vision. Q gets the the Watcher on the way out. He does have jabs joining with a full mech. They could turn here, but against 3 heroes, Winter, this is starting to look a little bit unlikely. Jabs needs to get in range for the mech. Will be able to do so now as he has got his Ion Shell running. Out comes the mech heal for Q. He's now safe and sound as Kui is going to be forced to turn away. Jabs was so unbothered there. He even uses the trusty shovel, and they're still looking to bully this Ven.
This mech timing is just too much for them to handle. The support's already low level, you know, on the Manta Esports side. Level 3 on the Dark Row, 10 minutes in. This is not a hero you want to be behind with, you know.
And look, the Ember is unable to contest here for the 10-minute runes because of kind of the tomfoolery down bottom. So it's going to be a regen rune in the bottle for Lorinoff. They've denied away 1 rune. Was it the Invis rune, Winter? It was the Arcane rune, which is a powerful one to keep away from the Storm Spirit. But this regen, if he can finish farming up this Orchid with it, that'd be quite a nice timing here alongside that mech.
Yeah, if you kill the Ember Spirit, I think the game is just going to be too hard for them to come back, you know. I mean, with this Orchid timing. So Manta, they have to do something quick. They have to try to make something happen. I think ideally with the Arena, you try to go to the Mars lane.
Moves coming their way, though. In goes Q, surged up. They don't quite catch the stun onto the Ember Spirit, so he's safely away. Grimm's not as lucky. Does pop the 1 charges, letting go with the freezing field. Pretty good damage before he's canceled by the vacuum. Eventually will drop as Q caught by the Arena onto 2. They finally get the kill there as Jabs caught by a root here. Has already popped the mechanism, and they're going to catch him with the Curse Crown stun. Can they even kill him, though? He's so tanky. Finally, he goes down. 23 Savage joining the fight with that Afterburner. Will be able to chase down for the Mars as Lorinoff, with this regen rune still running, takes down the Willow. A 3-for-2 trade. A fairly decent fight, all things considering, from Manta, Winter, but they will still come off worse.
Yeah, that's what the runes will do for you, you know. And 23 getting rooted up, but a little bit too tanky right now. Not enough heroes here for Manta to set up anything. But Aurora definitely bringing the numbers there, like even the Gyro coming in to just make sure that his team can actually take the fight with the Storm.
Yeah. Crucially, we didn't have a Phoenix in that fight. He was top lane, securing, I believe, his level 6. So Ollie didn't have much to offer, but now he does have the Supernova.
He's going to have the egg now on the Arena, so they're going to need to figure out how to start the fights. I think if you don't get the Phoenix, it's going to be hard for you to just drop a good Arena. I think you need to be able to initiate, catch the Phoenix, together with the Bedlam combo, and make sure you kill him before he gets the egg off. If you can actually do that, maybe you have a chance in a team fight if you're Manta.
So Lorinoff will get his 3rd power into the game at the 12-minute mark. It is this amplified damage. And Aurora, they're going to try to make something of it now with this freshly completed Orchid. I don't know how successful this should be. I believe they did smoke underneath this ward that Grimm's put down above this tier 1 tower. So that's why Manta are holding such a strong position right now. And they even chopped, well, I guess that's from the Arena, isn't it? But all the trees chopped down as well, make this a very difficult invade from Aurora, despite their net worth lead. They might still try. I mean, they still are very strong here, honestly.
Yeah, with the Greaves and the egg this time, they should be able to bulldoze it if they find a good initiation, like on the backliners. The Dark Willow's not level 6 yet. He needs like a couple of creeps.
Yeah, maybe these range creeps
Give
will do it.
the man
get in range.
His range creep.
There it is, level 6, ready to go. Bedlam, and of course the Terrorize ready to use. So Aurora, their smoke is not going to find anything. They'll get back to continuing to apply pressure and farming a lot more of the map than Manta are able to find. However, Manta, on their smoke, might try and Part of me connect. They know we're 23's farming, but he's maybe just a bridge too far for them.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
she's
attack.
also moving towards the other side already. He's gonna clear this couple of camps. He's probably gonna move to the ancients. Okay, never mind. Laura is actually taking the ancients, so don't mind.
He is pretty strong. He stacked them. He's going to farm on Winter with his amplified damage rune.
I mean, the Storm's really farming ancients, you know, not the not the fastest, I would say.
Now Kui is going to get his first rune. It's the illusion at 14 minutes. So it's kind of a nice one to have when you dispel this
against
game.
the
I guess you could
Orchid.
dispel the Orchid. That's pretty big.
Yeah. Ollie. He's gonna run into a CM. Well, they're
Yep,
even
that
gonna
he is.
terrorize for that. That's a lot of spells being used.
Couldn't really get away from that one, to be honest. HP cost of 15%. On the Icarus dive, of course, you can't die to your own spell damage, but really just no way out there. So Manta getting something as they start to push their positioning advantage. They've got pretty good wards down here. Has Grimm's managed to at least plant? So just trying to recover this game and stabilize, and we have at least, you know, paused around this 6 to 5k net worth lead for Aurora, but Winter, they still seem pretty comfortable with this kind of a game right now.
Yeah, just wait till the pipe comes online, you know. When Darkseid gets the pipe, you're gonna see the lack of damage from Manta. But right now, I think they are still looking in a pretty decent position if they can get a good jump with the arena onto the Phoenix or onto the Storm. They have enough damage to kill the hero.
All right. Well, that pipe will come after probably this Mars Blink, which is about 1,000 gold away. Mid lane, though, Q gets an Avatos onto Kui, who has the illusion rune, which he's going to use now, actually.
Okay, so no more protection against the Orchid.
No, I think it was going to time out. It might have timed out by itself. They only last, what, 90 seconds in the bottle these days, right? Probably just timed out, auto-activated.
Yeah, just imagine if a hero has a innate that allows the runes to stay in his bottle for a longer time.
Ooh, you know, Alchemist might be able to do that, you know? He can just bottle up the runes. That kind of makes
There
sense for me. Zip into the trees as Q has his own Blink Dagger even before the Mars does. Gives him the vision there for Lorenoff to find the kill. This tier 1 tower likely to fall now, Winter, in the mid lane, as Aurora really starting to push their advantage just this much more.
Radiant's middle tower has
Would that be too OP if the hero can actually have runes?
He's going to get caught. Wow, that was... Yeah,
That was a
he
CM,
got
you know,
stepped
just
on.
a freebie CM, you know, on a ward. Yeah, but as I was saying, would it be too OP if you can actually have the runes in your bottle for a longer time?
If you could let the runes percolate. Maybe. Could you imagine just, you know, you get a little DD rune, just keep that in your back pocket for a rainy day in the late game scenario, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be there like forever, you know.
I think it should be there forever.
Dire are scanning.
Or maybe like they go bad,
Just
you know,
wait
maybe.
until the next rune, right? You keep the DD in your pocket. Oh, there's a haste again.
Yeah, I mean,
DD.
actually, that sounds pretty bad because then you can get 2 runes at once. Yeah, you got a point. Well, what I was gonna say, Winter, is like every 2 minutes they they kind of expire. You distill them into another rune. At first they start off as like a DD rune, and then it turns into shield. You know, they get weaker and
Kibizu.
weaker. Lorenoff here, Lorenoff,
Arena.
the blink. Oh, a blink reveal for the Mars could have
That
been a big
was,
opportunity.
That was some quick fingers there by Lorena.
Nice reaction time for him.
There goes
As
your
he-
timing with the dagger, because the Darkseid is gonna have his pipe. Storm is gonna have BKB in
Mhm.
2 minutes or so.
Yeah, pretty much for Lorenoff. I think that's about all he needs with his
I feel
GPM.
like the game is just gonna be too difficult once they have the pipe and the BKB on the Storm, you know. Like once Aurora gets these 2 items, they're gonna be free to just run at the Manta lineup, you know, without fearing like anyone will die. I mean, at that point, the only thing that can kill them is the Sven with God Strength. But he
Okay,
doesn't have
he's
BKB.
getting farmed, isn't he? He's
I
got
mean, he
his
has no
mask command,
BKB,
he
you know.
has SNY. He
He's
does
not
not
gonna
have a
be able-
BKB. That's
He's not going to
true.
be able to run into the fights and do damage without a BKB. And if you look at the vision of Aurora, I think they have very, very good vision around the middle area, the mid
Yeah.
section. 3 wards down, 1 ward top, so they see exactly when the Sven is entering the Ancients area to farm.
That is really fantastic vision. Just out of range of all the dewarding that this Maiden has been trying to
I mean,
do.
they basically see it everywhere because they have one ward on the top lane.
Uh-oh,
and one on the
Grims.
bot lane.
Oh, Grims. Oh, okay. He's at least going to get the D ward from the low ground. Very well played. Did not lose his life here to the tiny
Every
Phoenix.
time I see him killing a ward against a Storm Spirit on the enemy team, makes you nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly. So it's a little tense. Nails on chalkboard moment for fellow support players.
Yeah, it kind of
Let's-
sucks, you know, to be CM in this type of game. CM is a little bit like Disruptor. It's not fun playing the game from behind. You want to be running at the opponents all the time with this type of heroes.
That's true. I think a Maiden when her team is up, 5 or 10k at this point is a lot scary when compared to a Maiden who's down, 8 to 3 with a 9k
By the
net
way,
lead.
Pipe is online, so
Yeah.
Jabs is literally unkillable, I think, right now.
Okay, but we are smoking as well from Manta Esports.
They
guess
need the
it's just-
gyro. They need to
Just
kill the
looking for
gyro.
something. Oh no. Oh, but they're going to lose the Ember. That's not the trade that they wanted. Instead, Aurora Smoke will pan out first. They just get a free pickoff.
Okay. Where is this smoke going? They're gonna gate and try to fight top? What's going on?
No, it's too. You can't go through the gate like that. It's too scary, Winter.
Are they
Not when you
anticipating
just
that
lost
Aurora
your
is gonna
Ember like
gate?
that.
Yeah, I think they are probably waiting for the enemy to gate. I think that's what they're trying to do here.
Yeah, or they're waiting for Aurora to show. Either way, they don't want to be caught on the wrong side of the gate here. Here we go. The
Amplified
runes have
damage.
reset. We're back at an amplified damage rune into the bottle for Lauren off. So the pain train, I think, right now has no brakes for Manta. As this BKB, amplified damage, and Orchid Embers, or sorry, Storm Spirit are battling basically into an Ember who really only has a Mage Slayer. And to be fair, almost this Maelstrom.
Can't believe he's actually building Maelstrom. So he has no way of removing the silence, like no yields, nothing. He's gonna be
And
completely
no
reliant
spells
on
for
his
his team.
Yeah, he's gonna be completely reliant on his team to protect you.
They have to make the counter initiation work, don't they? Sven's closing in on a BKB eventually. It's about another 1,500 off at this point. And then you're just going to have to make this Mars Blink arena work. It's the only way. What do you do against this pipe? What do you do against this supernova? What do you do against a flat cannon? Look, I don't know. These are all very valid questions, but I think Manta just kind of have to stop
There
throwing
is
the face
one
the
more
music.
question, Richie. What do you do against the Crimson? Darkseid's
No
gonna
way,
have
he's going Crimson?
Yeah,
Wow. I love Crimson Guard personally.
it's gonna
Maiden almost died to
mean that
Tormentor, by the
Sven
way.
is
Oh, they
going
can't.
to-
They can't take it. They can't take Tormentor here. Certainly Mars can do it. No, they can't. Can't be done.
Yeah, they
Unlucky.
needed more people. They needed like another hero there.
Radiant's bottom tower.
What
Oh,
do you
boy.
do against a Crimson Guard? Well, that doesn't feel so good,
Nullify,
does it?
Nullify Richie.
Yeah. After the Daedalus overwhelming blink, BKB Sven, right?
Let's do it. Sven doesn't
Oh, Hugs, get us out of this game. We're in trouble. You're our only hope. I don't know, brother. It's looking tough right now. And Aurora are playing it very clean, we have to say. Now stopping for Roche, 22 minutes in, 23 Savage now with the Aegis to back him up. We might see a high ground push here relatively quickly, especially as Eris is going to be under vision. They know pretty much where he is. They're just going to let Q go first. Haven't quite caught him there with the Avalanche. Chasing him down. And just kind of removing his last Infuse Raindrop charge, but otherwise unable to find the kill.
Top tower is under attack.
Man, so they've got to find one good fight.
I mean,
One good fight,
is
Winter.
This is probably gonna be a high ground push very soon. Gyro has BKB done. I mean, they need one good fight on Manta, but they need to be able to burst the hero. They have to go through the Sunray. They have to go through
Oh,
the Mag
Lorna.
engage.
he scans the mid. He's not going to rush into that one. Right now, though, it's instead going to be action down bottom where they have caught Q here potentially. That's going to be a nice out-of-position Tiny, but there's a Supernova now to keep him safe, and Q is so tanky. Arena of Blood is going to be set up, but Q inside, continue to fight, and Lauren zips to the other side. Q's alive. 23 Savage puts down Kui. As it's a 2 for none, they're onto the high ground here already. 23 Savage still has Aegis, still has BKB. I think he's got so much damage here with this Ags and Crystallis build. The Fortify is going to be forced out. But Aurora, they back up their man. They show that Q is the original and Kui, he's just an imposter.
Yeah, I mean, Meg and Pipe, you know, nobody dies. Basically, and the Sunray.
Yeah, and here's the Sunray for the sustain. Now, you won't get another Fortify until you lose your first melee racks, which is now. Don't believe they're going to use it here for the range racks. Those seem quite doomed. Manta, they're just going to have to wait. At the very least, their buyback. Sorry, their death timers aren't too long, but of course, yeah. And now you're down a bot lane of Barracks, 23 minutes in. And the net worth lead really starting to feel painful. 14K. Sorry, 17K, my goodness. At 24 minutes in.
Yeah, this has to work. They're trying to wrap around with the Sven. BKB,
Yeah, the Storm's not here. He's taking a rune in the mid lane as Q gets a toss out there. That's actually under the Hellbear Smasher. The Sunray heal from Ollie's pretty good. As in goes Kimizu, just jumping on in, but he's not just doing enough damage. And now the BKB extra 23-7. He's just running them down. He's running them down for once. He's just dead. 23-7 with the triple kill. And that might just be it. Q gets the toss in place. That's enough damage for him to take down the Willow. Tier 2 tower will drop. Shielder and active for Lorenoff. BKB still ready to go. And, well, Winter, you still have 2 minutes on this Aegis. I think that's just about all you had here for game number 1 if you're Manta.
Yeah, I mean, they had to try something. They just didn't have enough in the tank. Not enough damage at this point. Just can't go through the mech, the pipe, the Sunray. Just way too much sustain, you know, from the side of Aurora. And they even have the solar press on Phoenix.
Now there's going to be a Crimson Guard up for Jabs as well. It's just too much. I mean, even Q is not an easy target to kill, right, at this point. Level 2 grow.
No. With the armor and everything.
Mm-hmm. Craggy, right, as well, being just very annoying. We'll see here, as that's going to be the mid lane of Barracks down. Manta not calling this one yet. Kimizu's done the next best thing, pardon me, and that's going to be push top all the way to the tier 2 tower to at least give themselves the maximum amount of time. But now, Winter, we're at the point of the game where Q has a BKB, and the Mars is still attempting to finish his, which he has now. So they're just about even in terms of net worth. Basically an extra core right now.
Yeah, I don't know how much it's going to do, this BKB. I mean, at this point, they need to get some amazing shot. I mean, not shot, but spear into arena play with the Dark Widow, Fear, Terrorize. And even then, you know, if you think about it, if they land their spells perfectly onto the Gyro, because Gyro is the only one that's going to be on the front line, realistically, hitting on towers, so he's the only target. Can you get through the Pipe, Crimson, Solar Crest, and everything else back on the Gyro?
Yeah. Look, honestly, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe
you know what they have to maybe try to smoke and try to surprise attack.
Yep.
Get the Phoenix,
maybe catch
go
the
to
Phoenix.
The back line. Yeah.
I think a Phoenix is a very easy kill. Maybe Jabs will question whether or not Ollie deserves to be pipe mech'd and crimson guarded.
Do I deserve
play
that pipe and mech? You know, when I'm in your game, please tell me. I know you like your dark seers, you know.
It's true, I do. He's one of the best. He's one of the most fun aura carriers. Other than that, it's like Underlord, but the hero just doesn't feel all that amazing right now, especially if you don't win your lane.
He is good right now, Yuji. What are you talking about? Underlord is strong now.
I know, but it's just a bit of a... Oh, hold on. There you go. This could be the jump. They have found themselves a couple of heroes here, but look at the heals. Look at the sustain. They're not doing enough damage, even though the control is excellent. They will get through Lord at the very least. May they lose the Ember Spirit. He's going to leap forward. No. He gets the kill onto Ollie, in fact. As Manta, they find the perfect backstab Q. His BKB now wearing off, thinking about heading in to try and find more heroes will be forced back. It's only the Ember for 2. That is a phenomenal trade at this stage of the game, but is there still an... Oh, okay, Q has gone hunting.
Yep, and you have a gyro on your high ground.
Yeah, and this is your last lane of Barracks. I mean, you've got to defend. You got to throw everything you have at it. They don't have a BKB on your Sven. You don't have a God Strength for 50 seconds. And 23, yeah, you avoided him in that last jump, but that means he still has his BKB ready to go. Jabs is ready to go as well with his own Crimson Guard. As Q, he wants to go fishing. He's got toss at the ready. Look at that attack range. My goodness. What a big tree he has there. That is Megas.
At this point, you can toss the gyro into the enemy and steal with a dart.
Look at this. Solar Crest immediately ready to go.
Go on, Q. Toss him. Toss the gyro into the enemy.
Honestly, I don't know if they had vision of them. I think they're thinking about it, but no, they don't want to throw this game. And why not? When Lauren can just make the jump in, immediately gets through air with VKB active. They got control on him more than vacuum. Onto 2 with the supernova dropped. Grims at the very least is going to be able to provide the damage for Q, who's speared back to die. That's 750 gold as Lauren gets off a channel of the meteor hammer. But Winter, I think this one, yeah, it's all over here. What a dominating game 1 out from Aurora Esports to kick off their first game for the road to the international qualifiers. Well played.
Well played indeed. I mean, it all started with how, and you play behind the troll, he takes the towers, and you have the Chen creeps and all the sustain from the aura items from Chen and Darkseer. I think this could work, you know, for the Manta Esports lineup.
It's a pretty big if there, but I do agree it can work. This would have been quite the catch as well. But Jabs, his smoke breaks first up on the high ground, and he is going to get out of the way of this smoke. Coming. Nicely done here. It is a big if, but I actually do quite like this Manta draft.
30 seconds to battle. The battle begins.
Somebody gets bashed. Yeah, but they buffed the helm a lot, the helm of Dom. That's why a lot of the players, the offlane players especially, they are kind of going back to the helm of Dom heroes. Because now you get the gold and XP for converting the creep. And Enigma is like I think also with one of the better innates in the game. It's called Gravity Well. So you have the damage reduction if everybody's near you. Your teammates around you. 500 AoE. 500
Within
distance.
500 distance. And it's not really that special. You know, it's less than half of Vlad's range if you can kind of imagine it that way.
It adds up, you know, when you have all the team items, you know, you have the auras and you're kind of grouping up the push, like especially with a gyro on your lineup. Gyro kind of likes likes this innate.
But it's about the cast range of demonic summoning, which is not, you know, nothing that special. Either way. We'll see how things get going here for game number 2 of the SEA quals. You can see already early, Lauren this time taking a little bit more of a bruising as he is racing his way towards the bottle. Didn't quite get it on this wave, but so far doing well, and has more tangos to play with to get a little bit more HP regen.
Darkseer is kind of also getting pushed up by the gyro. So not as easy as a lane compared to the last time when Jabs had to just lane with a spam CM. This time a gyro IO. Pushing him out with rocket barrage, spam, back cannons, and now almost down to half health.
Yeah, ends up being tricky here. This kind of a lane not really too strong until the Tiny, or at least until the Darkseer hits a second level. Maybe even third in this lane, honestly, with as much sustain as they have. As you can see, Eris, he might be getting caught out here. They don't have the point in homing missile. Oh, but they do have a blood grenade. And of course, with this afterburner active, seems like an easy kill now onto the Tiny, who's trying to go to the neutrals, but is going to die.
Yeah, I mean, good kill there. First bird. It's gonna snowball the gyro a lot. I think the gyro kind of has to be the one moving around since you have Enigma. You know, Enigma is gonna be sitting and farming a lot more. So the gyro has to kind of pick up the slack, try to help the team. When you have call down, try to rotate, go to the mid lane if there's a mid fight. You know, those type of things.
There's a little bit of space for Darkseer, right? I mean, it wasn't just a complete feed. He blocks the camp, and now he reblocks it after respawning, and he makes sure that Darkseer gets up to level 3. So now we do have level 2 Ion Shell ready to go, but we don't have a toss back yet.
I mean, it's still a tiny level 1 with a 3 throw. Right? Last game, Q actually completely forgo 3 throw. He just went to max the stun and the toss. I mean, maxing the toss first. I think it's always very nice to max toss now because you have the slow. So you don't play so much on the avalanche toss combo with the damage anymore. You try to use the slow.
Mid lane's also looking a bit different here, not gonna lie. We have our Ember Spirit off to a much better start than last time. I think we got a little bit unlucky, you might call it, on the way that the bottle came out last time for Lorinov, and he kind of wasn't really able to keep up the harass early, never got a support rotation, and we saw how that game quickly devolved. This game already off to a bit of a different start, much closer of a mid lane matchup this early on. So that's at least one lane going far better now for Manta.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Chen is sending the Satyr to mana, but the Storm in the mid lane.
Oh yeah, I forgot this is a thing you can just do.
So annoying. And Q is like charging over to help get the
Yeah,
bomb in.
and they're going to
Oli's
connect
here
with
as well.
Ollie. Oh, Searing Chains didn't come through. They get the kill top lane first on the 23 Savage, though. That's quite the jump. And now Ember, he will die mid lane.
Oh, that's actually, I think, a way bigger kill than the Gyro.
Wow.
That's a better trade for Aurora, I think. They're going to be... They picked up both the water runes, right? On Lorinov?
Yeah, indeed,
he got both the water runes.
Back to full HP. Oh, gets a little bit more of his mana burned by this damn Chen creep, but he's hiding in the tree. It's so funny, actually. I've got to start doing this in my pubs. I love playing me some Chen. Careful up top lane, though. Good toss. Back to the creep wave. Will stop 23 Savage from picking up the kill, but will it stop Ollie? Yes, absolutely no move speed. It's going to be Private Tiny sacrificing himself so the pointy-headed general can escape. But hey, at least it's going to be another death avoided now for the Darkseer.
I didn't know Darkseer is the general.
He's of the two of them, he's certainly more likely the general than not, I think.
Yeah, but what if the Tiny tosses the Darkseer in? Tiny looks more like the general then, yeah?
Maybe. Tiny's more logistics, I think. I don't know. Darkseer's always talking about battles and, you know, oh, I have a battle plan, my shiny head, or whatever the heck he says.
Okay, fine. That's true. Oh, jabs? 1v3?
Yeah.
1v3?
He might be in for a tough time this time around. There's a charge incoming from the jungle and the reload. Sorry, the TP in from Ollie, who does not have nearly enough healing here just with that level 1 tether. Grimm's still alive for now, but the bash from Q condemns him. A 1-for-1 trade. Lane's off to a much better start this time for Manta Winter. We've got ourselves a game.
Yeah, we've definitely got ourselves a game much better than the last game. And now 6-minute rune. Ares on the Tinies is going towards the bottom area.
Yeah, Lorna's
might be
already up
able
to
to
level
steal
6.
it away.
Let's see what'll happen. Where will the rune spawn? Seems like it spawns top into the bottle now for the Ember Spirit. It's going to be fortunate for him.
Wow, even Jab's TPing mid to make sure that the Storm needs some help.
Yeah, still.
I mean, Lorinov is a little bit ahead in terms of levels now. Ember's going to get his level 6 with the haste.
Whoa, whoa, look at 23 go.
Whoa,
He's so
whoa.
fast. He's so fast. Diving the tower. He can barely even control himself. My goodness. Max move speed. Down goes Kimizu. Very different kind of a Darkseer game that we're starting to now see, Winter. That is death number 3 in this lane. Not for him, but, you know, the Tinies died twice. So even though you have managed to find a kill on the Gyrocopter, it seems like this lane has not gotten out of control.
7-minute wisdom runes, so it's going to be 1 apiece. I mean, Jabs is the one that's suffering right, at the moment, comparing him to all the cores, which is probably the, I guess, the result of just picking the Enigma blind, you know? You're not knowing your lane, so you're into a throw, he can deal with your summons, so now this is the type of game.
Really suffering, by the way. After Q picks up the Wisdom, he is the lowest XP hero in the game right now on this Enigma. Quickly, it changes. He's hit level 5, but very briefly there. He's
Ember top.
not sitting pretty.
23 needs help.
Wait. Loronov's going to TP in, gets the zip. Oh, but doesn't have the point in Vortex, so this Surge is very effective, at least at burning the rest of the mana that Lorinov has. Rotations come through as Aurora, so they still end up getting the trade there, taking down the Darkseer.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Way back into the mid lane. Once again, it is going to be this Mage Slayer build up for him. Oh, careful though. 8-minute rune runes. They're ready to contest for these top. Very nice avalanche. Does connect onto 3 out from Eris. Rune is going to spawn bottom. It's going to go into the bottom. Or sorry, just activated here by Jabs. Steals that one away. In the meantime, Lorinov puts down Eris. They might try and chase for more here, but no, they don't have the vision. So this Ember Spirit, despite low HP and mana, will be able to evade death here. So really, I think a big comparison point is going to be between Gohan's and 23. 23 Savage still off to a fantastic start here. Has the Falcon Blade and the full treads, as well as decent progress here on the Crystallis compared to the double Wraith Bands and treads that's right now the Troll has. So despite Jabs having a very poor start, this Troll hasn't really gotten online as fast as the Gyro has.
Yeah, I mean, the Gyro has 3 kills, and you have a lot more tools to be able to help your team early, right? Troll is a little bit more greedier. After you win your lane, you're going to go into like a couple of minutes of farming. You're going to need to farm either your Battle Fury or you get your Maelstrom, which is he's going to go for the Maelstrom build this game. Less greedy. Which is kind of, I think, good with the Darkseer and Ember timing and the Chen. You want to fight alongside those timings when you get the auras on those heroes. But I do think that the Gyro can kind of match it with the start that he's gotten so far.
Yeah, he's very strong. They might consider going diving here onto this Tiny. Level 4. Yeah, they're going to chase after the homing missile. In goes the call down. There's TP's coming, but Lorinov with the connection there. Black hole in the meantime is going to be used to solo kill onto the Chen. He goes down. He will do vac wall onto 2. Makes a little bit of space, but not nearly enough. It's 1 Savage. Will he go down? The heals off from Ollie. They're pretty darn good. And he's HUD of damage. Gets the Remnant away. Gohan's needs a little bit more damage for the kill, but it's going to be Kui chasing with the last little bit of mana he has. A sleight of fist kill and a big one there on a 23 Savage as the chains also cancel Ollie's TP away. Is this going to be a revenge kill from Q now? Charging on in, Tiny rotating, TPing on in with the avalanche in time, and it is going to be Q still alive, chasing, looking for the Nether Strike, but not having the time to cast it. My goodness, what a crazy sequence of events here, but I think overall it's Manta who come out on top. They lose the Chen, they lose the Darkseer, but that's a big kill here onto 23.
Yeah, I mean, killing 23 and just getting out with the Ember Spirit, that's definitely very, very good for Manta Esports. And at the moment, game is kind of looking to stabilize, for them. 23 coming in again.
23 go. It's so hard to run for this guy. Reload also incoming as the vacuum connects. No surge for another 15 seconds as they'll even bring in Q, who seems a little bit lost as to where he is, but eventually will find his way as the siege begins on this bottom tier 1 tower. Nice kill. And you know, even if Jabs is having a bad game, he's not having as bad a game as this Darkseer right now, Winter. So Aurora at least applying pressure very strategically here, pardon me, to try and make sure that Jabs still has relevance in this kind of a game. Oh, goodbye Grims. Also killed off here.
Yep, the power of SB and Storm. You know, they see someone out of position, very, very easily picking the Chen off.
Have we seen Tweety chop anything yet? Oh, he's going to. Is he going to disassemble Falcon Blade? I assume.
Yep. I mean, he already has his blades on attack.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
I kind of thought it would be a thing. You buy Falcon Blade, then you disassemble it for the Crystallis.
Me too. But he's going to side against it. He's got both now. Maybe he values the mana regen on a full Falcon Blade. Will help him farm a lot, honestly. But either way, I don't know if we've seen Chop be abused too much here. That's a very nice rune security for Lorinov. Amplify damage rune into the bottle with an Orchid as well. But they do manage to get Kui away in time. That was Hand of God used for that now. What do you have left to defend this tier 1 tower? Seems like not much, honestly. Fortify is going to buy them a bit of time, but Darkseer is just so far behind. He doesn't even have a mech yet.
Yeah, this is bad news, you know. I mean, Jabs is showing up with the potential threat of the Black Hole with the mech.
And look, they're going to try and kill Kimizu. I think he TP'd away. Yeah, just in the nick of time. That homing missile, not fast enough. Yeah, I think Jabs' last game had a mechanism at 9 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, on his Darkseer. And we saw how impotent that really made the Ember Spirit feel when they rotated in. But now, well, the lack of the mechanism that is really causing Manta to suffer here a bit as they lose their second tier 1 tower of the game. They do pick up the tier 1 tower up top, so it's more space for this Troll Warlord to continue farming. He's doing pretty decent, but it's over in the river where it seems like Aurora, they found a make that their 13th pick off. Lorinov is going to finally be able to collect a kill using this Orchid. So 5-13, 13 minutes in with a 5K net worth lead for Aurora in game number 2. Winter lanes did start off a lot better, a lot more even compared to game 1 for Manta Esports, but out of the laning stage, it has just been constant pressure onto the Darkseer, constant pressure around the map, utilizing this Wisp and this rotating Spirit Breaker. How are Manta supposed to break this cycle and, get a foothold back in this game?
Yeah, they have to involve the troll. I mean, the gyro is a big deal in the early game fights that kind of made it easy for Aurora to take the team fights when they were not doing so good against the Manta lineup in the early game. And now the troll kind of has to do the same thing, right? He's not really been participating as much as the gyro. And now he has the Maelstrom and Yasha Dansun. And bot lane, relocate.
Oh, yeah, then they go. They're going to try and look for some big kills. It's Q. He's going to actually charge through one. Black Hole does catch Tiny, and Eris has already used the Avalanche Jab. Phenomenal spellcasting here, utilizing another strike as well. They've got a Remnant on back. But is he actually going to die here? The reload back from Ali. You've got to run from the Battle Wisp, and the auto attacks. They're enough from Jabs. They chase him down. The Remnants do not disjoint projectiles, and Jabs with a flashy double kill here across the lanes. What a sequence of events there for Aurora. A fantastic fight.
Yep, top lane Gohans is trying to maybe set up a kill here, but with a Chen probably not going to have enough disables to get the SV here. But yeah, like you said, Aurora just winning across all the corners on the map, pushing out the top lane, winning the bot fight. And Jabs, despite not having a good laning phase right now, has a dagger plus mech completed. So the next black hole is going to be huge.
You could just see how quickly the hero portraits or the arrows for us, close the gap onto that poor little Chen. That will complete death number 4 for Chen. And probably more relevant and important for Lorinov, kill number 7. 7-0-3 is they're going to try for this mid lane kill onto Kui. They baited him on the wave. And they've killed him on the wave. You might not be out of this one either as he tosses back Lorinov, who zips right back on top of him. Q connects from the top lane, digs up a nice little snack as well. But another great pickoff here. Just as he's completed this Mage Slayer as well, things are, like you say, Winter, they just have to get this troll involved at some stage. And it seems like he's going to want to do it with at least an Aegis. As Troll heads directly into the Roche pit, they're going to try and start this one up.
Yeah, they need to try to, shuffle the dangerous farm with either the Chen Kit or the Darkseer Iron Shell, and then try to involve everyone on the same location. Now, the Roche is a good start with the Blades plus the Troll. So this is going to start something for the Troll.
Well, hold on. That's a pretty promising start to the fight as well. Maybe they can get through the Wisp. No, he's got a full Holy Locket. And now trouble incoming. Q, he's going to charge on through. Good control onto Eris, but they really want to take down this Ember Spirit. They found him. They've killed him. That's a very good vac wall, but the reload out. Getting 23 Savage out of harm's way. The Troll Warlord ulti active. Gohans, he's dead already. That's Aegis gone. Surrounded by 5 enemy heroes. They can't offer him anything. He's just going to die a second time. Aurora looking for more. Lorinov utilizing the rest of this arcane rune does manage to at least give vision for the jump onto Eris. Jabs with the blink dagger, catching up to him, puts him down. What a phenomenal fight. That wasn't even with a black hole.
That was such a clutch play from Io there, just getting the gyro out of harm's way, just making sure that he popped him up with the Holy Locket, the heals, and just at the last moment, just bringing him out so the troll doesn't finish the kill there. That was supposed to be a fight that I think with the Aegis, Manta could maybe use it to turn slowly but surely turn the game around, but now they're in a much deeper hole after getting the Aegis.
Indeed.
And that was without the black hole being used.
Seriously. I mean, that was just blink only for level 1 Midnight Pulse, Mechanism, and Malefice. I mean, even the Wisp getting this Holy Locket online, keeping himself alive. What a play. I thought maybe that was the fight where Manta were going to be able to take it, because that's always a dangerous spot to be fighting, and a dangerous spot for a hero as vulnerable and as key to your fights. Like a Wisp to get caught right next to the enemy tier 1 tower, but there's no chance to make things happen here. As 23, another kill onto the support Tiny. Fantastic fights now from Aurora, who they just seem a class above Manta right now in the way that they're playing this series.
But at least they got the dagger before he died. So Tiny is gonna have dagger in the next engagement. I think they have to try to take a fight. You can't just farm, because you're gonna die against a storm plus relocate plus SB charging you with Shadow Blade. Nowhere is safe on the map.
I think you know, something that really highlights the way that this series has gone overall. You know, if I'm a doctor right now for this Ember Spirit, I'm diagnosing him with a lack of vitamin power runes. And look at this fight. Gohan's is just immediately deleted. There's no running for this Ember Spirit. They don't even need a black hole for him. Jabs, he's chasing after his next mark, and that's the Dark Seer. Guardian Greaves active for him, but he can run only a bit further before he's chased down and killed by Lornoff. Unrelenting pressure, and just with the relocate 23, he's right back to sieging this tier 2 tower. This game has sped away out of control for Manta. I don't know if there's a way back in it. I think Aurora have to make some pretty big mistakes at this stage.
Yeah, unfortunately, their lineup has kind of already reached the point where if you're not having a lead with the Chen and Troll, it's going to be difficult for you to play the map against the Charge, Shadow Blade, Relocate, and a Storm flying around the map. I felt like the last push on the bottom tier 1 tower, if they had 5 heroes there was a chance they can still take the team fight, you know. But Tiny, he was kind of late because he died, and his team kind of didn't.
Oh, hold on. This is a catch. This is a catch. Mechanism heal for Jabs is not enough. 5 heroes there to kill him.
Now he's gonna know there's a ward there.
True.
But that's a start. You know, they have to get a lot of all these pickoffs to slowly but surely come back into the game.
That was almost that was 1,300 gold, 1299 technically, but that was a big old kill streak as well over to Gohan, who's exactly the hero you want to get something going on, right? In the meantime, I mean, it still costs you a lot. You lost your tier 2 mid, you lost your tier 2 top, so you know the pressure is going to continue to build, but at least a little bit of breathing, even if just for a few seconds. Now, I say that, but let's keep our eyes down bottom where Gohan's is currently being charged. We have a relocate ready to go. Seems like, yeah, Spirit Breaker able to get to the tier 2 tower, will complete the charge. In comes the relocate now into another strike. Lornoff is here with the silence. And what a hit squad there. Lornoff now beyond godlike on that kill, Winter. He's going to break the tether. This does make it a 2 versus 3. You have Jabs who TP to the tier 2 tower, rushing on in. He's got Blink, Black Hole ready to go. As look at Lornoff breaking ankles here with the Arcane Rune active. In comes Jabs now, Black Hole. It's only going to catch 1. I think they pulled Eris out there with the Vortex, but it doesn't matter because you got the lockdown there onto the Dark Seer. You get the kill. Lornoff's on the triple kill now, chasing after the last one. Chen, no way out for you. That's the team wipe, the GG. You're into the lower bracket, Manta. Aurora have just 2-0'd them. Wow, what a series for them.
Yeah, what a last couple of minutes, you know, from Aurora. So basically from the bottom lane,